the high school basketball star who turned out to be 25 years old. When you send your children to school, you expect them to have access to a safe learning environment, as well as obtaining a much-needed education. And if you're a parent, one of the last things you would expect is for your high school student to be classmates with a grown-ass man. Now, I know it's possible for a freshman to be in the same class as an 18-year-old senior, but the story I'm about to tell you involves a fully grown 25-year-old man. Okay, before we all jump to conclusions on what his possible motives were for posing as a freshman in high school, reports say that he never really had bad intentions other than to simply play high school basketball once again. Alright, let me begin with how this whole thing started. We all remember the recent tragic event of Hurricane Harvey back in August 2017, which caused a catastrophic flood in the Houston metropolitan area, and it forced many families to evacuate the area and find temporary shelter. So what does any of this have to do with this guy? Well, we later learned that many schools were allowing refugees in desperate need of help to enroll in their schools, even if they weren't able to provide all the documentations that was normally required to get accepted into a school. And for Sidney Gilstrap Portley, a light bulb went off in his head, and he decided to take advantage of the opportunity by posing as a refugee and gain access to a school that he had no business attending. And that school was Hillcrest High in Dallas, Texas. Now, all he needed was a new name to complete his master plan, and he ended up choosing the name Rashawn Richardson. He had everything he possibly needed. Everything was all set for Sidney, now with the new identity Rashawn, to become a high school student once again. Eventually, the basketball season began, and everyone was immediately impressed with the new sensation, Rashawn Richardson. He played as a 6'2" guard for the team, and his teammates, along with the rest of the school, were in awe of his ability to score the ball. He led Hillcrest to an 11-10 record and was named the District Offensive Player of the Year. It looked like the 25-year-old was reliving his high school dream, becoming a local basketball star. But eventually, his luck ran out and things began to crumble to the ground. His genius plan came to a stop at a basketball tournament in April, when a coach from a different school recognized him as someone who used to play for his team many years ago. He immediately informed the coach of Hillcrest High and was busted. Sidney Gilstrap Portley was arrested and faced charges of tampering with government records, and recently was released on bond. But the story doesn't end there. After this whole situation blew up around the community, the mother of a girl who attended Hillcrest stated that her daughter actually was dating the 25-year-old when he was in disguise as a student. And it turns out the girl was 14 years old.
Hi, how are you? Why don't you have a seat right over there?
The 14-year-old girl later came out and said that she only kissed the man and did not engage in any sexual relations with him at all whatsoever. Okay guys, let this be a lesson to all the high schoolers out there, and try to appreciate your high school years now before it's all over. And to all the 25-year-olds out there,
stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane.
Thanks for watching guys. Let me know what you think of this insane story that happened pretty recently. Make sure to comment down below and don't forget to like and subscribe.
I guess I'm probably not the surprise you expected, am I?